here I am in Quartzsite. I'm on the Dome Rock Campground, BLM camping for free. However, where is everybody? It's the end of January or early February. I have rumors of there being maddening crowds and being packed like sardines, but it totally didn't happen here. I checked out all campgrounds and there's lots of space, so don't know. Also no A-liners. I saw one in storage and I saw a few bowlers down there. That's about it. So it's mostly big trailers here. But in any case, I got a great spot. I'm going to enjoy it, and have no fear if you're planning on coming out. It's fine. I'm sure there's a ton of good videos out there on the Quartzsite experience, so I'll just do a quick intro. It's an RV haven in West Arizona where Highway 95 crosses the I-10. And from November to February, there's thousands of snowbirds wintering there in the hot sun. It's definitely a place to be if you're interested in rocks, gems, fossils, and jewelry, with hundreds of vendors in tents selling their best. But if things rusty, old, and outdated is your thing, there's tons of junk shops, swap meets, and tailgaters that are willing to make you a deal on any must-have item. That's where I went. Hey, I bought this cool mandolin for 40 bucks. Even though I can't play mandolin, and I'm left-handed. Throw in a few hippies and hitchhikers and you have the Quartzsite community. But don't forget the natural and historic aspects of this unique desert oasis. Well, here it is, the great tree, 1,010-year-old ironwood. You can only see this in Quartzsite, so don't miss it. If you love cacti, they're here in all shapes and colors. This little guy here is called a teddy bear cholla. What a cute name for a cactus, but they actually have a little bit of a devious side to them. Last year about this time I was in Phoenix and I was hiking through the desert, and I went to take a picture of something and my elbow brushed against one of these guys and they just break off like these little guys and just grab on. Unfortunately I had a pair of pliers, so I got it off, but somehow when it fell it landed on my thumb. It just boom, right like that, and that was nasty. I could not get it off, so I had to cut off all the little needles as you see in the picture and pull it out with pliers, and it was a bloody awful mess. I won't show you the after picture, but it's all because of these little guys. I call them the tribbles from hell. They're nasty and they grab on. That's how they propagate. They grab onto animals and they go across the desert and they drop them off at some point. But lessons learned: be wary of these little guys and don't let your dog sniff one. Even though it's Arizona, it still gets cold. You can see the frost on the solar panels, so dress accordingly. Well, I got a few good deals in Quartzsite, the mandolin, and I got a new trailer hitch. My trailer was riding a little high, and that one only cost me $12 used. So there's deals to be had, but in talking to some of the vendors, the economy hasn't been good this year. There's some really nasty weather beginning of January, a lot of rain and cold. That kept some people away. But I also think it's because of the economy, and especially the snowbirds probably didn't come down this year because up north, especially the oil and gas economy has been really bad. So it's going to get hot here. You know, the summer the tents come down, it's a ghost town again, but hopefully in the fall it'll pick up again. So if you're thinking of popping out, I'd pop out in November. That's usually the best time, November, December, and enjoy the fun. One thing I do need to try today is the immersion heater in the desert. Now, I tried using this in cold weather and it just never got up to temp. So in the desert, I've got the solar panels. It's a really sunny day, it's hot. I'm starting off at 55 degrees Fahrenheit. I've got it plugged into the solar panels. It's charging off directly off the panels themselves. So I'm going to leave it here for the day and just see how hot it gets, because before, when it's super cold out, it really didn't heat up, but I think I can take a hot shower with this. Let's see how it works. In the meantime, I took a trip to Kofa National Wildlife Refuge, just south of Quartzsite and Highway 95. A 30-minute drive takes you to the Palm Canyon Trail, where over time water has eroded a canyon amongst the steep cliffs of volcanic rhyolite. There is free camping area just west of the trailhead, and a half-mile walk will take you through a grove of Palo Verde trees. But the main attractions are the California palms tucked away in the crevices, perhaps the only place in Arizona to find these in their native habitat. They do hide in the shadows, so midday is best to see them. There's also lots of wildlife in the area as well, and of course my good old friends, the teddy bear choyas. Going further south, you can also see Castle Dome Peak. Okay, so I've had the immersion heater hooked up for about 5 hours now. It is now exactly 105 degrees, which is a perfect shower temperature. So 5 hours, hot water, you just go out for a while and come back and it's perfect. And incidentally, I have the cooler on and a fan the whole time, and it had no effect on reducing the power, so I still have full charge on the batteries, even though I've been using 65 watts here and 65 watts in the cooler, and I think about 2 watts on the fan. Still fully charged. The thing I found most intriguing while in Quartzsite wasn't the town at all, but the highway that cuts through it. Interstate 10 rips across the belly of America, a flowing artery of transport trucks pumping goods east to west, coast to coast, day and night. Semis pass by like ships on the sea, or today's equivalent to the wagon trains across the desert. That constant drone of engines is like a Buddhist chant that just never ends. Soon they transform into phosphorescent caterpillars as the sun sets. Well, I guess that's my Zen moment for this trip. So now it's time for one of those famous desert sunsets. I can never get enough of those. Well, the sun's just setting on Quartzsite. Beautiful day. I'm going to head out east tomorrow. Had a good time. I know it's not everybody's cup of tea, you know, amongst these big RVs and the swap meets and the gems and the fossils and all that stuff, but I had a good time. But if you're into nature, then I definitely recommend going to Kofa National Wildlife Refuge, which is just south of here. It's only about half an hour's drive. Or you can go to Huma, you can get some awesome deals on tequila, and you can try the date shake. So there's all kinds of things around here. Weather's great. What can I say? But yeah, I've got this mandolin and I have no idea how to play it, and it's upside down for me. But I think I got my work cut out for me. Oh yeah. Well, hopefully those stars say another adventure awaits. Not sure about the blinky one though. I sure hope you enjoyed this video, and please check out my others. Happy camping!